Hari Om everyone. Welcome to all Atma Jyotis. So today is again another new session. So today we will all discuss about something called mantra and japa. Have you all heard of this word mantra and japa? I think we discussed in one of the earlier classes about how Dhruva, the pole star, how he did, how Narada Maharishi gave him one important sacred mantra, and he recited that several thousand times, right? And he went to that, and he became the pole star, right? Do you all remember? Okay, Akash and Vikas, we'll repeat that story for you because you missed that class. Okay, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We had discussed about this story, right? Okay, so today it is on the same lines, but this is something we go a little deeper. We'll try to understand what mantra is. Hari Om Parnika. So we are just discussing today's session. The session is about mantra. Okay. So I will just share the screen. Can you all see the screen? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So today it is about mantra and japa. What is mantra? Does anyone know? Anyone can answer if you know. Yes, Parnika. You're on mute. You can talk.
Well, I don't know what a mantra. I've heard the word mantra, but I know what a japa is.
What is japa?
Well, I'm just taking it as the jap. It's when my grandmother was dying, my mom was singing it many times, like probably 3 times a day.
Ah, okay. Yeah, repetition, isn't it? Huh. Akash and Vikas, you wanted to say something?
Nope. Is a mantra you say to God?
It's like a mantra we say to God. Okay. Any other definitions?
Is Om a short mantra?
Sorry, what is it, Akshata?
Is Om a short mantra?
Om. Om is also a mantra. Yes. Sudiksha?
Yes, is japa a repetition of mantras, like continuous saying mantras continuously?
Okay. Okay. So Sudiksha says japa is repetition of mantras. Okay. So we will see what mantra is and what japa is. So what happens? We all have heard about any shloka we say, even today when we start a shloka, we told Om in the beginning, right? So Omkar, it is the most primordial sound of the universe. It's the most sacred sound of the universe. Why is it called sacred sound? So when we say sacred sound, it is given by the God directly, given by the supreme conscious directly, given by Brahman. So Om represents Brahman, right? So, and it is heard. It is something heard by very revered sages, rishis, and gnanis. They hear Omkara, which they have passed it on to us. They have told us, okay, by reciting this, we will get connected to God directly. So that's why anything we start, any shloka, any mantra, anything we start, we first call God's name. We can say it is God's name, we can say. So Omkar. So in Omkar, what happens? Om is not only Om. It's always Om followed by silence. The Om followed by silence together is called Omkar. Okay. Even in Om, it has 3 parts in it. A, U, Ma. And followed by silence. So all these 3 followed by silence is called Omkar together. So everything, all the sounds of the universe, even according to the modern science, what it says is everything that we see, every material that we see is reverberating, is vibrating in its own frequencies. Okay. we can't see it through our eyes, that we saw in the last class, right? How perception differs. But if we see through microscopes and, detailed analysis, if we do, every solid material that we find, even the wall, everything is having some reverberation. And if we go to the root of its reverberation, it starts from, it's the sound produces, makes the universe or the world looks like so solid. So what is the basis of that sound? The very basic sound, underlying sound is Omkar. And Omkar is composition of A, U, Ma, followed by silence. So what happens in Omkar? By saying Omkar, what does it happen? It purifies us. Every time we say Om, it purifies us. It's like that. So any disturbance that we might be facing, any any emotions, anything that we would be going through, it purifies our mind. It cleans. It cleans our mind. So what happens? Say if somebody is not looking at his, looking somewhere else away from you, what do you say? You call his name, right? You call him or her. He immediately turns away and looks at you, right? Why does it happen? Because when you say the name, it immediately strikes, okay, I should look at the person because I am being called, right? So when we say Om is the name of God, so when we say Om, immediately we grab God's attention on us. Did you understand? We grab God's attention, and then we start the rest of the other shloka and other things, so that whole process is involved. God is involved in our whatever process we do, whatever puja or whatever, anything that we do. So that's why we start with Omkar. So even if you have observed in the Word document or any other computer thing that you have seen, do you all know how these many colors appear here? We see so many colors appearing on the screen, right? Even in your TV screen, we see millions of different color combinations happening. What are the basis for, do you all know what are the basis for that colors? Yes, Vikas?
Is it red, yellow, green?
That's correct. It's red, green and blue. So only 3 colors, which is red, green and blue, make so many millions of different shades and colors. Sricharan, you're trying to say something? Okay. Yes, Vikas again.
The red and blue red, blue and yellow, they also make the colors in our eyes also.
That's correct. So basically all the so many different colors that we see, what is the underlying basis? There are only 3 colors given, red, green and blue, right? All these 3 colors, when mixed in different combinations and different proportions, what happens? We get to see many different colors and different shades, right? In the same way, A, U, Ma, when recited, when mixed in different combinations, it produces so many variety of different things in the universe. So underlying principle is basically Omkara. For the whole universe, the underlying principle is Omkara. So when we say Omkar, what happens? It's called sacred because it connects us to the absolute reality, which is the supreme consciousness or Brahman, right? So it links the individual with the absolute reality. So it is the name of one supreme truth, okay? And it is the fundamental sound of the universe. So once what happened, have you all seen this person? No? Have you all seen? Yes, Sudiksha? Sudiksha looks like seen, she knows. You're mute. Unmute yourself.
Yes.
Did you say you know him?
Yeah, I think it's Guru Nanak.
It's Guru Nanak, right? So who is Guru Nanak? So Guru Nanak is
is he the like Punjab not Punjabi.
Is
Is he the person who made Sikhism or?
Yes. So he was one of the popular gurus in one religion called Sikhism, right? Okay. So when we say Omkar, why we came to this topic is when we say Omkar, Om is the basis. It's not only for the universe. Of course, it is the basic fundamental sound for the universe. This is accepted in all the religions. No religion, say, there we see different uh, theories and philosophies in all the religion, right? But all the religions stick on to one fundamental principle that they never argue about. That is Omkar. Even if we go in Christianity, they say Amen in the end, right? Any thing that you might have heard in your schools, right? They say Amen in the end. So Amen is just a little bit of distortion of Om. Om a little bit when it's a little bit distorted because of the language and culture when it has moved. The name is sounding like Amen. Even in Islam, they call it Amin, right? Even that came from the actual name called Om, right? Even Guru Nanak ji, what he did when he got enlightened, he went into the inside the lake for he was inside the water for 3 days. He was meditating under the water, and then he could hear God talking to him, and then he came out and he told Satnam Ik Omkar, means the name of the truth is Omkar. So in all the religions, you name the religion, they have the fundamental principle that they talk about is Omkar. That will never ever change. And that is Omkar, which is A Oma followed by silence. This together is called Omkar. So this is mantra. When we say mantra, it is a powerful capsule. We had say a capsule, let's imagine a capsule which is full of energy and full of power. So what will happen if the capsule is broken? So much energy will come, so much power. So that is mantra. Mantra is always heard from God directly. Mantra, we cannot create mantra just like that. Like how we write stories or something like the poetry or something. We can't do that with mantra. Mantra should be heard from God. It cannot be created by human beings as such. So any mantra we say, it is either Om Namo Narayanaya or Om Namah Shivaya or Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Any mantra that we say is heard from God directly. It is not man-made. Okay, rishis have heard it from God directly and given it to us. Akash and Vikas, what's happening? Are you listening? Yeah. Okay. So that is mantra. And japa, when we say japa, it is a repetition of God's name, we can say. Repetition. Anything we keep repeating in one purpose, focused, and in a good motive. And we repeat God's name several times, hundreds and hundreds of times. It doesn't have to be this many number. It doesn't have to be exact count, but that many repetition. So what happens to our mind if we continuously keep doing something? It gets silenced, right? So that is called japa. So for the japa, we have a small short story here. So there is a story of the hunter, and the name of the hunter is called Guru Dhruv. What is the name of the hunter, Aditya? Guru Dhruv. Okay.
Guru Dhruv.
Guru Dhruv. So what happens? What do hunters do? They only go to the forest and they hunt animals. Why do they hunt animals? They will eat it. So that's their livelihood, right?
Miss,
Yes, Sudiksha.
is it like, does it relate to Shiva? Because I think I've heard this story.
Yes, it relates to Shiva. So we will go through the story.
I know the story.
Very good. Okay, so what happens to Guru Dhruv? Guru Dhruv is a hunter. All he knows is to hunt. He goes to forest every morning. By evening, he will hunt animals, and he will come back and he will have his family will obviously eat. Cook the animals and eat. So this is what they are doing. He is not studied. He is not literate. He has never known scriptures. Forget about scriptures. He never knows the name of God or anything. He doesn't know anything about all this. He doesn't know mantra, japa, nothing he knows. He's never been to temple. He's very innocent, we can say. So what happens one day, like every day he does, he went out to the forest to hunt. So what happened in the forest? He goes deep all over. Usually his usual routes where he couldn't find animals on that day. So it will become he sets out to the forest in the morning, and by evening usually he gets something, but by evening also he doesn't get anything on that day. So what he does, but he wants food today for today. What will he do? He will have to hunt. That is what his job is. So he goes deep into the forest. He goes deep and deep in thick, dense forest. And in between that thick, dense forest, what happens? There is a temple. There is a temple that he sees. He's surprised. Oh, there is a temple in the thick, dense forest. What's happening in there? There's some sound coming out of the temple. So he goes near the temple. Oh, what is this building? Let me go and see. Temple is packed with people. So what are the people doing? They are telling Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. They are chanting continuously, like they are doing the Japa. So what happened? They are chanting continuously. And the tune that they are telling, he likes the tune that they are telling, and even he starts, kind of dancing to the tune. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. He kind of dances, and he'll be like, okay. And then he suddenly remembers, oh no, I should go back to hunting. I forgot myself in the temple, that thing. I should go back. And he leaves the temple, the place where he was, and he goes on to hunt to deep inside the forest. Still, he could not find any animals. So finally, what he thinks, okay, there is a lake over there nearby. So in the lake, what happens? What happens usually near the lake or river or pond? Yes, Vikas.
Are they fish and animals drink water?
So what happens near the lake? Usually animals, fishes, or animals come near the lake to drink water, right? It's easier place to catch animals. Yes, Sri Charan, you have raised your hand.
Actually, it's that I also have boxing grading today, so that's why I have to leave.
That's all right, Sri Charan. That's okay. I will share you the recording. Maybe you can watch it later. No problem.
Okay.
Thank you. So what happens? So animals come near the lake and pond to drink water. So he thinks lake is the right place where he can hunt. So he will look for a place where he can hide behind the bushes so he can hunt. But what happens? He finds one nice tree which he can climb over, and he can hide on one of the branches. It's a thick, dense forest. There are many trees, and he climbs on top of one of the trees, and he thinks, okay, this is the right place. He climbs slowly. Yes, Sudiksha. Can I? Yeah. Yes, Sudiksha. You had it out. Unmute yourself and talk.
Miss, then does a bear come? Like a bear or a...
No. We will see what happens. We will not break the surprise for other children, right? Okay, good. So what happens? So he will climb on the tree and he will hide in one of the branches where lots of leaves are there, and he will try not to make sound. But what happens while climbing is all these hunters, they carry one water bag along with them, a leather water bag, we can say, because all day they'll be hunting and all, right? They need water, like how we take water bottle when we go out. He's having a leather water bag. His since it is leather water bag and the tree is so very bushy and little bit barks here and there, it scratches. And what happens? The leather water bag, there's a hole. There's a hole in the water bag now, and water starts dripping. And he thinks it's okay now. He's not too much worried about water and all that. All his mind is focused only on hunting. All he wants to do is hunt, because he has not had any food since morning. He has not got animals to eat, so he's starving from morning basically, right? So, and then he climbs and the water keeps on dripping from his water bag, and he ignores that thing, and he stays behind the branch. He sits on one branch and he sees so many leaves are covering the a view of the lake where he cannot see the animals. So what he does, he starts plucking the leaves. So to uncover the view of the lake, so he can shoot easily when the animal comes. Okay. And so what happens? He keeps plucking the leaves one by one. While he's plucking, suddenly he remembers of the scene that he saw in the temple, which was packed with people. And he suddenly remembers, oh, they were chanting some nice tune which I was dancing. So he wants to repeat that tune, but he doesn't know anything. He has never heard the word Shiva or Om Namah Shivaya, nothing he has heard. So what he says, he keeps telling, is it Ova that they were telling? He says Ova, Ova. Then he was like, oh, no, Ova, no, not Ova. Something else they were telling. What is that? Then he was like, Vashi. He says, now I know. They were telling Vashi, Vashi. Let me tell Vashi, Vashi. And he climbs the tree, and obviously he's on the branch and he's plucking the leaves, and he keeps telling Vashi, Vashi, while the water is also dripping from the water bag. And then he keeps telling Vashi, Vashi in some tune, whichever he knows. And what happens to Vashi? If we make Vashi the other way around, it becomes Shiva, right? He doesn't know. He thinks Vashi, 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 right? He keeps doing that. And after some time, he can see a deer passing through the lake, and it's already night. Okay, one deer passes through the lake, and immediately he takes his bow and arrow. He tries to aim at the deer to shoot it, and he looks into the eyes of the deer. The deer's eyes look so. He is such a hard man, hunter. He has never shown sympathy to animals ever in his life. Whatever animal he sees, immediately kills them. That's what his nature is. That's how he has been brought up. But on that day, what happens? After he sees one deer, he immediately feels sympathy towards the deer, and he lets the deer go off. Then he will beat himself. Why Gurdru? Why did you let the deer go off? That was your food. Why did you let the deer go off? So, and then what happens? Another deer comes. Now the other deer says, oh, no, please, hunter, don't kill me. Deer is not talking. Deer is telling with its eyes, and he's able to sense all the things that deer wanted to convey him. Deer says, oh, no, I'm looking for my baby. I'm the mother. So please leave me. Again, that deer also, he leaves. Again, one more deer comes. The deer says, I'm the father deer. I'm looking for my baby deer. Leave me. And he's become so sympathetic unknowingly, and he leaves all the 3 deers to pass away. And he beats himself. He keeps telling, oh, why am I doing this? I should not be doing this, because I'm a hunter. I need to kill animals. That's my job. And then what happens? After some time, towards the end of in the morning, for the whole night, he'll be awake and he'll be telling Vashi, Vashi, plucking the leaves, water dripping from the water bag. And towards the end of the night, when it is almost daybreak in the morning, what happens? All the 4 deers come in front of him and stand. Actually, 3 deers went. 4th deer also will come with them in return. So what happens? The deers look at him. They'll be gazing at him, and he'll be like so surprised. Oh, no, all 4 deers are there in front of me. And then he'll jump from the branch onto the floor and onto the ground, and he will look at the deer. Again, the deer will start talking. The deer, mother deer, father deer, and the other deer, which the aunt deer had come, they will say, okay, we have got our baby now. We have the baby deer also. The 4th deer is the baby deer. So we have the baby deer. All the deers, we have got the baby deer. So we have come to keep up our promise. We asked you not to kill us because we had to look for our baby deer. Now I got my baby deer. Now you can kill me. The mother deer will say, father deer will also say, and the aunt deer will also say. Then the baby deer will say, oh, what will I do if you kill all my family? So kill me also. I don't want to be like that. So he will feel very sympathetic. He will be shocked. And he'll tell, oh, you don't look like deer for me. You look like something special. Who are you all? He will ask. And suddenly the deers will vanish from that place. And what will be seen below the tree, you guess? One of you guess. Huh?
Shiva.
Shiva. Who said that?
Shiva.
Yes. Yes. So what will be seen below the tree? A Shivlinga will be seen. Do you all know Shivlinga? So
No.
this is Shivlinga. On the left, this is Shivlinga. So that is the Bilva tree. So he will be sitting on top of a Bilva tree. He would the tree that he would have climbed is called Bilva tree. So the Bilva trees look like this and the leaf look like this. Fortunately, Bilva tree is Lord Shiva's favorite tree and the leaves are his favorite leaves. So what he is doing whole night, he is actually plucking the leaves. So he is doing like a Abhisheka with the leaves to the Shiva. He's putting leaves on Lord Shiva. The Shivlinga is just beneath the tree, right? So he was trying to just for the view of the lake, he was plucking the thing. And not only that, the water was dripping, leaking from the bag, right? Even that is like a Abhisheka that is happening to the Linga. And for the whole morning till evening, he hadn't ate anything. It was like a fasting. He thought he was starving. He was actually fasting, telling Vashi also he was telling, no? So he was telling Japa, Shiva Japa, right? So continuously he was telling God's name, right? As per Sudiksha, you wanted to say something?
I thought Shiva would be angry because he's been like saying all this, like his name the other way.
No.
Instead of
No. God will never be angry. That I will take up next week. God can never be angry on us. God is very, very compassionate, very, very loving and caring towards his devotees. And all this he did unknowingly, right? Even without, so innocently he's doing, right? So Lord can never be angry, right? Okay. So it was all like a complete puja for God Shiva. So God Shiva was very happy with Guru Dhruv. So what did he do? He granted him enlightenment. So Guru Dhruv was like, enlightenment for me? Who am I? I don't know anything. He told, God likes innocence. With innocence, for the whole day he was starving. See, he was supposed to be a cruel hunter, right? But he was starving and he was doing Abhisheka with his leaking leather water pouch, right? And he was plucking the bilva leaves. Yes, Sudiksha?
nothing, miss.
And he was also saying Japa, Shiva, Vashi, he was saying, which was actually Shiva. So all this, yes, say Sudiksha.
Miss, is this word Vashi is like similar? Because I think Vaishnava, there's something called as Vaishnavites and Shivites.
Yes.
Is it like because like Vashi kind of like is like it sounds similar to Vaishnavites?
No, Vaishnavite's name has come from Vishnu. Somebody who
Vishnu.
follows Vishnu will be called Vaishnavites. Somebody who follows Shiva will be called Shaivites. But those are all something to do with religion. We are not talking religion at all in these classes. We are only talking about spirituality. Yes.
Oh,
Sudiksha?
I thought that was just like a normal type, but I didn't know that was a religion.
It is a religion. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I was also going to ask, is like Vashi also type like a Japa or like a normal Japa, or now it is like or is
so what Guru Dhruv did was, it is a Japa. He was continuously taking God's name. Say if we continuously tell Narayana or Om Namo Narayana or Krishna or anything like that, that itself is a Japa. Like here he is telling, we can say Om Namah Shivaya continuously, or here he is telling, he didn't even know the word Shiva, instead he was telling Vashi, right? So that also is a Japa. It should be told fully focused on, on one thing. And he was doing all good things. He left all the deeds. He didn't even kill them, right? On that day. And fortunately, that was a night that they did. And do you all know what night? What was it? It was Shivratri. So because it was on Shivratri and he was doing all this puja thing for Shiva, Shiva was very pleased and happy with Guru Dhruv, and so he gave him enlightenment. So that is how Guru Dhruv, who was the hunter, even he got enlightened.
Miss,
Yes,
like,
Akash.
okay.
What do you mean enlightened?
Sorry?
What do you mean by Shiva give
Enlightenment. So enlightenment, we will take up that topic next week. I had a separate session for that. I will see if I can do a separate session. If not, I will include in the, so enlightenment means living in the present, living in here and now. We always, what do? We will be worried about exams, tests, or what happened to the results, or what will I eat, when will I get ice cream, when will I get my treat, when will I get the TV time, or what happens to this, what happened yesterday. No, but we live in the present, here and now. That it's called here and now. Such a person is called enlightened. Okay, we will always be with the nature, here and with the time. So such a person would have crossed all the boundaries that a normal human being might have. He would have crossed, he would have transcended. So that transcending is called enlightenment. I'll take it as a different, separate class, as in a different topic, where we'll discuss in detail about enlightenment and some stories on enlightenment as well. Okay. Vikas, yes. Unmute yourself.
What happened to the family when he's the one who's supposed to bring them food in the night?
See, they starved. So next day morning he took everything.
Oh.
Yeah. So Diksha?
Miss, then like what did he take? You said he took everything.
No, the story ended over here, Ma. Even I don't know what happened. He got enlightened. That is the moral of the story.
Plus, I think the hunter Dhruv is also like connected to the story because like Shiva is basically a hunter. That's why he has the tiger skin and all.
Many rishis, everybody has tiger skin or a deer skin as their asanas on their where they sit. They put it as a seat cover. So why they put? So even.
But I think Shiva is a hunter because I kind of feel like, I don't know, he kind of hunts the evil.
No. Shiva is one of the trinities, we can say. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, right? So Shiva is not a hunter. So the deer skin, the tiger skin, which the rishis or even many acharyas, if you all go to any mata in India, all the acharyas will be sitting on the tiger skin or the deer skin. Okay. So why they are not that they went and hunted the tiger or deer, not like that. So all those rishis, they will wait until the animal is old and it is dead, and the skin of the dead animal will be used. And why they use it? While they meditate, the best possible connection they will get to the supreme consciousness. It's easier. Say, we say something, copper is a good conductor of electricity. Why not? Why use some other metal? No, why don't we use? Because it is a good conductor of electricity. We use copper, right? So in the same way, if we use certain skin to sit on the asana, if we put it on the asana and sit and meditate, it is the easiest form. It makes one step easier to meditate, concentrate and focus. Not any other reason. Anyone else has any? Yes, Parnika, you had some question?
It's not a question, but since we were talking about electricity just now, I just wanted to mention that once in my class at school, we were having this part where we were doing experiments, and we were allowed to use anything in the classroom to see if it could conduct electricity, and my shoe did.
And your shoe? Okay. That's surprising.
And my lunchbox.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So it was about the mantra and japa. Mantra is the encapsulation of very powerful sound. And if we utter that sound, that will give lots and lots of power. We ourselves will be filled with power and connected to the supreme consciousness directly. So we should do lots of mantra. We should utter mantra in our everyday life. So it purifies us and keeps us, makes our mind silent, right? And Om followed by silence, Omkara followed by silence is called Omkara. Om followed by silence. All right. So Lucky, did you understand? Sri Lakshmi, Aditya, Akshita, Shirisha, you all been silent. Okay. All right. We'll conclude it with concluding prayers. And next week is a very, very nice and interesting topic. You all will love it. Okay. So, and I've got 2 nice stories for next week. And then after that, we will start with proper Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Okay. So all of you unmute yourself and we'll finish the session with concluding. Aditya, you wanted to say something?
No.
No. Okay. So did you all understand, by the way? I forgot to ask. Do you all understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Close your eyes
This
and
is
repeat
my
after me.
story. I write the whole story.
Very good. Okay, so we will tell the shloka and then close the class. You send the picture to me, Sirisha, in the group. Okay.
Okay.
Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmyaham Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly open your eyes. Okay, so see you all next week with a very interesting topic called, shall I disclose the topic now or not?